up, guys? Crypto Muser here with your daily news and analysis in the crypto markets. So today we have a green day in the markets, guys. Great to see Bitcoin back above 40,000. We had a nice little short squeeze, pushing Bitcoin back above 39,000, which is a great sign. We've been ranging basically in that 32 to 38,000 for the last couple weeks now. Every time we test that $38,000 level, getting rejected every time. A lot of bearish sentiment out there. Everybody was calling, below 30,000, 28,000, 20,000. So it's good to see finally that we pushed above that $40,000 mark. Now we need the bulls to keep us above this 40,000. If we get back below that 39,000 level, it will be very bearish. So if we can hold the level here, maybe reset on the 1 hour and maybe pump up to at least 44,000. Even a rejection there would be fine. And then range in that $44,000 to $40,000 level into the weekend. So, we'll see what happens. Still early in the day. Maybe it's a bull trap. Maybe it's an uptrend that's going to start here. We'll see what happens. But definitely a good sign. Bitcoin above up 10% on the day, always a good sign. So moving on to the news in the market. So news came out in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. A ruling came down last night. Judge Torres. In today's ruling, Judge Torres ordered 3 documents unsealed. 172-1, the notice of Brad Garlinghouse's deposition in the SEC's formal investigation. 179-4, a Chris Larson email string. And 179-5, a Brad Garlinghouse email. And he says these are below. I'm not going to go through the emails in this video. You can find them on James Filan on Twitter. But we'll talk about how John Deaton, the rockstar attorney for the XRP community who's defending, or actually has over 63,000 XRP holders signed on with him suing the SEC. He believes that this ruling was actually a good thing. So when he says, Judge Torres' rulings are a great sign for the XRP holders. What these rulings clearly show is that Judge Torres favors public disclosure. Ripple can't seal certain documents, i.e. legal documents. Same applies to the SEC. Think ahead. We may ultimately get to see those 63 Hinman emails. Now, I don't know if I agree with him on that last thing he said there. I don't think we're ever going to see those emails, guys. At this point, I just believe that there's something very incriminating in those emails. I believe it's either, the Ethereum Foundation helping them write that speech, or, something that could just be really damaging for the SEC's continuation of, trying to regulate over this asset space. And I just believe that would definitely take all the power. There's something in there that's going to take all the power away from the SEC. And that's the last thing that, Gary Gensler and the SEC can afford right now. So as much as it would be great to see what's in those emails for sure, and I'm sure there's something terrible, I just don't think it's ever going to see the light of day. I don't think Ripple will see him. I don't think we'll see him. And I think that what will probably happen is that the SEC will probably use the same tactic they've been using, is just the delay tactic. They've already, had Judge Netburn try to reconsider what's in these emails, reconsider if we're going to get these emails. And so now Judge Netburn will come down with a ruling in the future saying, no, actually, I've reconsidered, but I still, you need to hand over the documents. And then what the SEC can do after that is then appeal it to Judge Torres. And then Judge Torres will probably come down and say, no, I agree with Judge Netburn. You have to release documents. And then what the SEC can do again is appeal it to the Second Circuit of Appeals. And then, months will be going by. As this happens, this is like 2-3 months of delay. So then finally, after all this, then Judge Torres will come down and say, all right, now you have to hand over the documents. So like I said, after 3 months of delay, then what I think is going to happen is the SEC is finally going to settle this case. So the only power they have now is delay, right? This case should have ended last fall. Should have ended last September, October. The fact that we're into 2022 and now people are thinking this is going to go on till early spring, maybe early summer, just shows you that this delay tactic has worked by the SEC. And the fact that they're still trying to do this and that the judge is letting them do this, it kind of shows you that the judge has no power, and the fact that this is how the legal system works. And the SEC is using this legal system in their benefit, and it's terrible. The fact that they are the ones that came out with this lawsuit against Ripple and that Ripple is the one that's being professional and is being, like look at this ruling. Judge Torres comes over with this ruling that Ripple has to release these documents, right? The next day, Ripple releases the documents. It was last June when Judge Netburn said that the SEC needed to hand over all the documents related to XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And that was last June, and we still haven't seen those documents. So the fact that Ripple, the next day, they get the ruling, the next day they hand over the documents, that's just another great sign that Ripple is the one being professional, the one that's being prepared, the one that has the facts and the law on their side. And it's the SEC that's backed into the corner, being the ones that are being shady and don't want to release these documents. So it's just one thing after another in this case that makes the SEC look so bad. And the fact that Ripple's lawyers have been, so unbelievable throughout this case, and making the SEC look so bad and unprepared, it just makes the SEC look exactly like we thought they were, right? So, like I said, I don't think we'll ever see those emails. I think this delay tactic will be used until they can't use it, basically, and then this will settle in the coming months. As much as we have been trying to put a time limit on this, it's really up to when the SEC can't delay anymore. And it looks like they'll use this delay tactic, for the next couple months. So hopefully a settlement will come before then, but it's more likely we're looking March, April for a settlement. So, like I said, I don't think we'll ever see those emails, but let's talk about these Ripple emails that they just had to turn over. So Wrath of Conman tweeted out what he thought about these emails. He read them, and I'm not going to go over everything that he tweeted out, but I'll just give you the, basically what he thinks about this. So one of the emails is it's funny actually, it's an XRP community member that somehow found Chris Larson's, the owner of Ripple's email, and he emails him saying that, we saw this big whale dumping XRP on us. Is that one of you guys? Like basically, telling Chris Larson that, you guys are dumping XRP on us. What is this? And Chris Larson was like, actually returned the email, which is unbelievable, and kind of defended himself and said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And it was like small talk between those two, but it was nothing incriminating, nothing like out of the ordinary. Then there was Brad Garlinghouse talking about how he wanted to make XRP more decentralized and talking about XRP sales and, nothing incriminating at all. It's basically everything we thought Ripple was doing in the first place. Basically Ripple growing their business from country to country, expanding on-demand liquidity, just being a professional and good business is what they're doing. So it's like, if there's something incriminating in these emails, I didn't find it. I'm sure that the SEC will try to bend something around and like use it to their advantage. But if this is all they have, man, good luck. I mean, the fact that these are the big emails that the SEC was going after to make their case is pretty unbelievable, if you ask me, that this is all the SEC has. And just goes to further my argument that the only power the SEC has is delaying. Delaying this case, hurting Ripple's business in the U.S. is the only power they have. And the fact that these emails are somehow detrimental to Ripple, no way. I don't see it, for sure. So good sign, I think, for XRP holders that, honestly, it's a good sign because when lawsuit first came out, people were bad-mouthing Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson because they were saying that they were selling their XRP. But it's like, that's what, you own a lot of XRP, you're going to sell some. That's basically these employees get paid in XRP. If you sell some XRP to make some money, we have the data to show that it's not hurting, XRP as a whole. It's just, people buy and sell XRP every day. And these people made a couple $1 million in XRP. They run a company that they have a bunch of XRP and they sold some of it. People can be against that all they want. I have no problem with that. I don't think it's going to hurt XRP. I know what Ripple's doing for the ecosystem of XRP. It's going to only help the ecosystem better down the line. So whatever, I don't see anything detrimental in any of this. I don't think most people in the XRP community won't see anything bad. It just furthers our opinion that, they're trying to grow their business. They're trying to be the biggest tech company in the world, basically. And the fact that this is an American company and they're not doing anything fraudulent, they're not scamming anybody, and the fact that the SEC went after an American company, going after American innovation, Meanwhile, you have scams, fraudulent actors out there, pump and dump schemes all over the place, but the SEC doesn't care about them. They don't care about investors, guys. You know this. They care about their bottom line. They care about, big settlements, some big money their way. They use our taxpayer money to go after American companies and hurt American investors. So I'll end it there, but moving on to the next tweet I saw here. So this is Philip Swift. And this is just another, this is actually a great way to chart the Fear and Greed Index. I look at the Fear and Greed Index mostly every day just to get the sentiment in the market, just to see where the average investor is feeling. And it's, like I said, it's been in extreme fear for 3+ weeks now, almost over 4 weeks now. But so he said he charted Fear and Greed scored against Bitcoin's price, showing that score can be very low at points, but are not usually price bottoms. But it's interesting to note that extended periods of extreme fear, sub 25, for 3+ weeks usually show signals of major lows. So let's look at this on this chart. So what he's saying is when we're in extreme fear for longer than 3 weeks, it usually shows that we're at a low here. So this is back in 2018. You saw extreme fear for longer than 3 weeks, and it showed the low here, and then we pumped up, right? Then this is the C19 scare. We were in 3+ weeks of extreme fear, and then what did we see? Price up. Now we're seeing that same thing again. We're over 4 weeks in extreme fear, and it looks like we hit our low. And even signs this morning, it looks like in the even metrics I showed in my last video on chain metrics are showing that we might have hit our lows there, and we're ready for an upside trend. So I just thought this was a good way to show the Fear and Greed Index in a chart form with the Bitcoin price, just to show you that, when we're in extreme fear for long periods of time like this, it usually marks the bottom. So just wanted to show you that chart. Thought that was interesting when I saw it. Moving on to my next article here. This is Crypto Lifer. One of my best friends has a Crypto Lifer channel. Goes live streams every morning at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. and then on the weekends at 8 p.m. So that's 10 a.m. every weekday, and on the weekends at 8 p.m. Great follow on Twitter, great follow on YouTube. Guys is a TA master. He's taught me everything I know. I've been friends with him for 15+ years. Just if you don't follow him already, you definitely need to follow him. Great guy. He tweeted out, Coinbase is trying to establish itself as a mainstream gateway to the world of cryptocurrency, a place to routinely deposit paychecks, expense reimbursements, and tax refunds. And that leads me to the article in Cointelegraph. Coinbase users can receive U.S. tax refunds in crypto as part of a TurboTax deal. Now, this is great marketing by Coinbase. The fact that you can get your tax refunds in crypto now, that's an option that I would definitely use. I think most people involved in crypto would use. That way you don't have to, go in and out of crypto and fiat. You usually get, fees, huge fees that way. And the fact that Coinbase is saying no trading fees for getting your tax returns in crypto, that's a good option for sure. And like I said, I will definitely use it. Excuse me. I'll definitely use that, and most people I know would probably use that same thing. So just another good marketing strategy here by Coinbase. As much as I don't agree with everything Coinbase does, just think that's a way, definitely a good way of doing things. I'm sure you'll see other exchanges offering the same product. So just want to show you that's just another great way where crypto is definitely growing in all different aspects, and the fact that now you can get you can pay your taxes and get tax returns in crypto, guys. That brings me to my last thing here, which is, guys, I've been in this market for almost 5 years now. It's been like 4.5 years. The fact that I've been always talking about, wouldn't it be great if we had a crypto commercial in a Super Bowl? Like that'd be amazing, right? I've been talking about it for the last 2 years. Read this. This is on Fortune magazine, Fortune website. The Super Bowl is now being called Crypto Bowl as upstart finance firms spend millions on TV ads. So that means that there's probably going to be like 3 or 4 plus crypto ads in the Super Bowl this year. Can you see where this is going, guys? Like, look at how much this has grown in the last couple of years. 2 years ago, I would have never thought that we'd be where we are right now. Like, I knew it was going to grow. I just didn't think it was going to grow this fast and this quick, because if you think about it, we have, NFTs, metaverse, DeFi, gaming. Like, the fact that so many things have happened so quickly in the last year is just showing you that this market is going to be huge. Between gaming and metaverse alone, that's going to be like that's a couple $1 trillion alone right there. And then DeFi and then NFT space has been, one of the fastest growing spaces I've ever seen. So you see like different aspects of this market starting to really take charge, and it's only been a year. I mean, think of 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years down the line where that we're going to be. So just know, like I always say in these videos, like, know how early you are, right? It's all about, doing your research, right? Dollar cost averaging into the right projects, the ones that you deem to be, have a future, have really good use cases, and then just like treat it like a retirement fund. Just put dollar cost average, put pieces in these projects. When you see a dip, throw some money at them, and all you have to do is hold, basically, and wait. All you got to do is be patient. This is one of the first asset classes that you can, the ordinary person is first here. We're here before the big institutions, before the big corporations and the asset managers and all the huge money that's going to be pouring into this market. We're here before them. Usually it's the opposite. Usually it's the big corporations and institutions that start the market and then let the ordinary person get in later and get the crumbs, basically, right? With the tech boom, you saw a handful of people and then major corporations and institutions, make all the money in that big internet revolution. This is one of the first times where the everyday person, the ordinary person got involved in this market before the big money. So all we have to do, guys, is basically, buy and hold and be patient, and let these big institutions and market managers, asset managers, just pump your bags. That's basically all you have to do. Patience is the biggest thing in this market. I try to preach it every day to people I talk to people on this channel, people in the crypto lifer community. I just try to preach patience, because if you're not a day trader, which I'm not, I buy and hold. I dollar cost average into different projects, and I hold until I can sell at a higher price, right? That's the whole point of this market. But the fact that we're so early still, and that there's still so much big money coming into this market, guys, all you have to do is just dollar cost average and wait. Sit on your hands and be patient, and let these big money asset managers and corporations and institutions and governments, and just let them pump your bags and then sell at a profit. All you do is wait. So I'll end the video there, guys. But remember, please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and I really appreciate all the support, guys. Just remember, I am not a financial advisor. Please do not take anything I say as financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.